got a well-packed lorry there anyway. Hello, beast. Ooh, we've had a delivery. Morning, Holly. There we are, we coming. Good morning. Just feeding Euro. I've spilt feeding his head, but since being outside for a while, he's shined up. He's looking absolutely top notch. Percy's the same. When Percy was inside here, he was looking a bit rough, but now he's outside. He's nice and pure and white. Looks lovely. Ruth update. You can see this side of her head, all the skin's peeled off now. It's actually starting to recover fairly well. It's a bit pinky and a few kind of red or raw bits, but not many at all. Hair's starting to grow back as well, so that's good on her face. Her body's still to peel properly. See all that peeling there, and it'll happen more over the rest of her body. Here's a bit of skin that's peeled. It's just a layer of skin. It's like a snake when it sheds its skin. Just in the T7-200, this is the tractor that's getting traded in. Just unhitched that trailer, so it's good to go for harvest time. To nip along to yard number 3, feed some cattle, and then I'll get back home to yard 1. Question I get quite often is what tractors we're running. So currently have 2 T7-210 New Hollands. We've got this one, it's T7-200, but this is getting traded in for a Fendt 718, which arrives on Tuesday today, so tomorrow. It arrives, so this will disappear tomorrow, I would think. Thud. Getting these cattle bedded up. One more bale and that'll be then done. They're a wee bit quick sometimes. Hello, beast. So these aren't our own calves. Bought them at the market just because we don't produce enough at the moment to fully supply the butchery, so we still need to buy in. We bought these maybe like 2.5, 3 months ago. They're doing well, they're kicking on pretty quick. Anyway, come on, come on. Boots well filled with straw, that's the downside to shorts. So I'll go this morning. Dad's doing a 3-point turn here, don't know why. Last block of concrete's been poured this morning, and then that's concrete done. Just continuing getting this emptied today. There's loads of cinder blocks in there that are for the Groundworks and the new chiller at the back of the shop, but shifting them out the road here just now. Need to shift this wee tractor, need to finish brushing. We're getting there. The old medicine cabinet, don't fancy putting it in my new gaff. Just been at Scott Agri, swapping a boiler chute and booking in the forklift for a service. Getting a price on the seat. The base of the seat is all knackered and foley. The cover's knackered and the foam's knackered. The seats on them are one of the worst bits on them, to be honest. So I was getting a price for that, but the foam was 84 quid, which is expensive enough, but the cover was coming up as 215 quid just for the base. So he wasn't sure that was right, so he was going to get back to me on that. Time to finish off yesterday's brushing. It's a slower job than you first think. I'm starting to get across the shed now. What I'll do is, oil pipes are warm anyway, so we're working hard. These are all for chucking out all these boxes of scrap wood from this building and that building. Ideally I would hack them all up, get them used in the winter, but we've got heaps and heaps and heaps of logs to chop. We didn't get anything chopped this winter. They'll just sit in a potato box lying down the bottom of the farm for a few years. We just end up with piles and piles and piles of rubbish lying about in boxes. Oh, we'll keep that, we'll use that, and you never use it. Hopefully just count this box inside, get all the wood out of it, and then I'll scoop the wood up with a bucket and get it into the trailer. Box number 2. Oh, this box is a lot more fragile. Ah, this box is fried. Sitting at only cost a tenner. Creep feed for the calves here. I'm just going to top them up as much as I can to get rid of some of this, and then we'll need to find a spot for all of this. Wheat's looking well out there. This has got a bit of a strip of barley in it because we didn't manage to sow it in the back end with wheat because it was absolutely soaking. So we put barley in it just more for structure rather than actually to get a crop out of it, but we'll obviously harvest it and we've treated it. Dad's helping because this bucket's wider than the creep feeder and the other bucket's got a brush on it, so he's just going to stop it all falling on the ground there. I loaded that side of the bucket a bit heavier than this side, so that's why it's piled up on the right there. I've lied to you all. when I said we're being more strict and we're just getting rid of stuff, I kept all those boards. I couldn't help it. I've already found a use for one of them. I'm going to cover over a potato box that's full of cattle feed, just so the pigeons don't get in about it. When we went and picked these up, basically the wee boxes we ordered are sandwiched between two boxes. So we're just unpacking all these. These are the small boxes we've got. Just about out of reach. Oh no, I've got it. I've got it. Boxes flipping everywhere. Anyway, that's all the wee ones out. So the wee ones are actually going to be made into bins. That's why we got them made for the car park in the shop over there. So we've got 4 made. I've already nabbed one of them for another bit of a project. So 3 of them will be made to bins. Now to restack them all back in the shed where I just pulled them out of. Ooh, we've had a delivery. New outdoor tables and chairs for the farm shop. Need to see what they're like underneath. What are they like? Zinc. They took ages to arrive and were a nightmare to get hold of. But they're here now. Ooh. Someone's obviously been writing a sign. And the M's not worked out. That's a big yellow sign. Sunflower trail here. Signs are starting to take shape. I'm not going to show you just there because that kind of gives away this year what the surprise is, but you can see all that. Solar panels will be absolutely loving the weather for the last couple of weeks and for the next few weeks coming. Let's get this old tractor out of here. It's quite dusty at the moment. It'll need a clean before it gets used. Subscribe. Woo! She loves it. Absolutely loves it. Sounds phenomenal. More shed sweeping. Dad's out there right now cleaning the old tractor. It's, well, hopefully it's disappearing tomorrow when the thing gets delivered as well. But we better not send it away completely manky. Empty of diesel, yes, but not completely manky. I've also found a nail or a bit of wire or something in the forklift tyre there, so I'll need to address that soon. That's the shiniest that tractor's looked since we've owned it. Actually, we don't own it. We rent it from a farm that we tenant farm. We rented it off the farm. Progression. That's all the tarmac and boys kit loaded up. But in terms of joining onto the road, sorry about the wind. In terms of joining onto the road, that's all done in terms of the tar. Done all the way up to here. There's a bit of a seam between the tar into the planings. That needs finished off. And then a bit of work in here. But it's looking good. Look at that, that's a good finish. It's all looking very neat and tidy. We need to sort out grass on the verges here. We're going to have posts lining it and whatnot, but in terms of the actual structure of the road, we're looking good. He's got a well-packed lorry there anyway. Smashing. Okay, now going to yard 3. I've got rapeseed pellets to pick up. That's the protein source for our cattle. We're getting barley brews in a couple of days' time, so while I've got 20 minutes, half an hour, I'll go and pick up 2 tons of rapeseed pellets. Two bags of rapeseed pellets. So that's a byproduct of the oilseed rape that we grow. Summer harvest, a business that press the rape and produce oil, like for salad dressings and things like that. The byproduct we use for the cattle. Right, these are notoriously tricky to strap down. They're top heavy, so anyway, they'll take about 13 straps, a bit of elbow grease, and a wee bit of shouting and swearing. You crank the straps as hard as you can, and you start moving, they vibrate, and they're big pellets. You should go out the way, the straps go loose. Oh, horrible stuff. Right, hopefully that'll stay still. You can see I've given a good old-fashioned yank, so pretty tight. While I'm at this yard, I'm actually just going to nip out and get a sample of this barley to test. I think it would go through the combine today, to be honest. Made it. Get these down, get them plonked in here. We're going to get barley bruised, hopefully, well, it'll need to be this week actually because the cattle are needing it. Just about to head home, but I'm just going to have a nip up to the sunflowers. We'll see how they're getting on. And chase the flipping sheep home again. To be fair, they're alright if they stick to this grass. But as for a crop, absolutely top dollar. Thick, growthy, big leaves, green, luscious, fighting for sunlight, heading up the way. Dangerously well on. Quick update on the dog. She's a fan of watermelon. She's a vegan dog.
I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings.